Yeah, not much else to say other than, great showing by Apollo 11. Maybe the momentum is starting to build. Maybe they can ride that here in Game 4, stretch this to a full Game 5. It'll be really interesting to see. But if Cosmic decides to really turn it on, then that might be enough.
Yeah, and Cosmic is not happy about dropping that game. They did not score at all, so it was a shutout for Apollo 11. Their strong D off the wall helping them to that victory, and now we're going to see if Cosmic comes out swinging a little bit upset. They had some good opportunities to score. They just weren't able to put them in. So we're going to go on board with the permanent sub for Cosmic Aftershock, Kyle Mask.
Yeah, I'm really glad for Kyle. I've always been a big fan of Kyle's play, especially on Kings of Urban. That's, of course, where, we really came to know and love Kyle. He kind of made it big for himself, the shot heard around the world, which will probably be his legacy for a long time now. But I'm really glad to see he has this opportunity with Cosmic. And he's a solid player. He's a fantastic player. And it's good that, we're really going to see more of him, especially on a team of this caliber.
Yep, and you could see a really solid clear there by Kyle. If that ball got by him, it would have been devastating for Cosmic Aftershock. But Kyle just doing a good job consistently clearing the ball, making sure that he can send it back at Apollo 11's direction. But he does lose that ball to Prime, and Ozzy coming up to try to continue to keep it in Apollo's zone, or in the Cosmic zone. So here's the pressure from Apollo 11 that we love to see.
That was beautiful. Look at this play. Ozzy sets it up. Prime Thunder with this backflip kip up and perfectly placed for Husky. That was just gorgeous, man.
That was a great play, and we're going to go on board with Prime to see more of that kind of play. What great team passing.
That.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, yeah. I mean, sometimes you get balls that just get set up perfectly because of a mistake, and sometimes they are just perfectly set up because of just beautiful teamwork and play and passing, and that was a great example of that. So... Props to Apollo 11. They're coming out strong in this game for sure.
A lot of times, what we see in when these new teams play these more established teams, and a scoring opportunity there, and it's on net, but Prime comes through and saves the day. But what we see a lot of times when these newer teams play the more established teams is we'll see a more reserved, timid style of play because they just don't want to let a goal in. And right there was the complete opposite. Apollo 11 attacked full force. Great save by Prime. He's not able to get the second one, though. Wow, we're going to go on board with Kyle to see that goal. And you can see Prime trying to get the clear there. He did have a great save, but Kyle put it right back at the net. Nothing he could do about that.
Yeah, sometimes those are really hard to respond to. You have to make the save, obviously. You have to keep the ball from going in the net. But you also want to try your best to avoid basically setting your opponents up like that. Sometimes there's only so much you can do, though. You got to get in front of the ball, or I should say you got to get behind the ball. And sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, and it just makes it perfectly set up for your opponent. And Kyle took advantage of that really well.
And a great passing play by Kronovi. And he gets the goal. Sad could have dunked that in. But we're going to go on board with Sad there to watch that. You can see Kronovi, I just missed it. But had a great chance to dunk that in. But Kronovi with a great pass that ended up just rolling into the net.
Yeah, that was actually a really good break for Cosmic. Kronovi just happened to get the right angle on that because I thought it was going to go just wide because Sad Jr. couldn't make that contact on it, but no, Kronovi had the right angle, so he figured it out. But good for Cosmic now, taking the lead. But, I think still Apollo 11 doing well enough they can carry this forward, tie this game back up. If they can just keep the pressure back on, keep the ball in the blue zone like they have been so much this game. And I think they can certainly do it here.
So an opportunity for Husky. He puts the ball on net, but Kyle getting a huge clear. Ozzy trying to come back to help out with this clear attempt. Prime doing a great tap to get it past that first round of defense, but Husky and Prime both go up for that.
A little bit of a clash there, and it's just they're trying to brute force this a little bit right now and just set something up, and they're having a difficult time doing it.
Yep,
even Cosmic hasn't had a lot of time with the ball on their opponent's side of the pitch. They just happen to get really good chances, and really sometimes that's all it takes.
And we're going to go on board with Kronovi here. Kronovi with an amazing goal, putting his team up. It was an amazing pass that kind of rolled in, but still a great play by Kronovi. You can see Prime and Husky going up for the same ball yet again, so they need to work on their communication a little bit to make sure they're not going for the same balls so they can work together to get the ball into the Cosmic goal. But Prime trying to win this ball. Kronovi wins it and passes it out into the mid. Very dangerous. Sad comes in and taps it in.
Insurance goal right there, basically. I think that could be the series sealer here. It was looking really good for Apollo 11 to try to set something up, but just Kronovi and Sad Jr., you know, everybody just kind of coming together on the Cosmic side, got that play going, and with the final minute here with a nice 2-goal lead, that might be enough. It's not insurmountable, but just based off what we've seen so far, it looks like this might be in a pretty solid grasp for Cosmic Aftershock.
Absolutely. Husky saving that goal right there, essentially. Apollo is going to have to step it up. They haven't scored that many goals yet, so to score 2 in 30 seconds would be pretty impressive. It's not impossible, but unlikely.
Yeah, definitely unlikely, especially against what they've been facing so far. But I certainly will say, as I mentioned the last game, they are now riding, I think, some pretty solid momentum. And it could be enough to get them through the lower bracket. They look a lot better than they did in games 1 and 2. So that could be really all they need. But
so it looks like it's going to be 3-1. Cosmic Aftershock takes this series versus Apollo 11. Cosmic will be moving on in the winner's bracket, and Apollo going down into the loser's bracket. So great match there. It was the expected result, but Apollo did take a game off Cosmic, and it was fun to watch. So good job to Apollo on that, but Cosmic really showing that they were the better team in that matchup.
For sure. Especially in those first 2 games, they came out so dominant and just caused so much trouble for Apollo 11. I'm not sure exactly where the issue was, if it was just Apollo 11 feeling the pressure of playing in a major tournament against Cosmic, or if it was just they weren't really on point. You know, it's hard to gauge sometimes. But they did come back a bit in the last 2 games there. Despite losing in Game 4, like I said, they looked a lot better. Their performance was more solid. They spent a lot of that game with the ball in Cosmic's turf. They just couldn't seal.
Yeah, they could not. So we're going to go and take a look at the brackets so far. We'll see that Cosmic did just win against Apollo 11 3-2. Looking at some of the other results, which you guys can check out for yourself if you go to rocket-league.com, and also I believe typing !brackets in chat will provide the link to this. But Complain, the champions from last week, taking out Titanium Ricochet 3-0, showing that they are still a force to be reckoned with. And Swarm 3-0 in Kings of Urban. So this is an EU matchup in the winner's bracket round 2 of Complain versus Swarm. And then we will have Cosmic taking on Flipside in the round 2 winner's bracket for the lower part. So we're going to figure out which one of those we want to stream, and we will be right back. But guys, stick around. Again, if you want to check out those results for yourself, rocket-league.com. But we will be right back with the next match. Thanks for watching.